Welcome to Finding Your Balance, a mental health podcast. My name is Tiffany Fritchie. I'm a licensed mental health counselor. I'm joined with my friend Kirk Fosshauer, licensed clinical social worker.
Hello.
If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back again, thanks so much. We're happy to have you. Today we have a very special guest, our dear friend, Donna Riniger. Donna is a licensed mental health counselor. In addition, she is an MCAP and serves as the Director of Specialty Services at Peace River Center. Donna, we are so happy you're here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So if anybody knows about Donna, they know that you are one of the experts in our field for trauma. And so I know I always go to you when I have any questions about trauma. And one of my favorite things is the way that you really explain well how trauma so impacts our mental health, but also how it just is intertwined in sometimes our development. And so I would love to just jump right in. Tell us a little bit about what led you to be interested in learning more about trauma. Also, what is an MCAP?
A Master Certified Addictions Professional. So it's a substance use equivalent to a licensed mental health counselor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So when you think about trauma, what got you started in the field?
Oh, gosh. I come from a background that had, I had a lot of trauma in my life. So, of course, I was always interested in getting better, self-help. What can I do? And wanting to just help others who've gone through similar experiences. And so that's really what led me to want to get into that field.
I feel like so many times whenever we talk to counselors or people that find themselves in like the social work field, that's the heart of it. Like, finding things that you're passionate about and wanting to help other people. That's what led me to the field. Mm-hmm. And I know, Kirk, you shared before as well.
Learn a lot about yourself and how that history has impacted us and where is this coming from? And this kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice.
So one of the things I remember, and Donna, I know you've done many presentations throughout our community, but also past the Polk County area. You shared a story one time that just really struck me. And if you'll permit me, I'd love for you to maybe share a little bit. Last year or the year before, you did a presentation. You talked about trauma, and you talked about the impact of how it can go back even multiple generations.
Yes.
And that just struck a chord because so much of my life, I feel like, what can I do to set my children up to maybe have it easier or maybe to be more healthy than, what I had? Because we always want, I want my ceiling to be my children's threshold. I want to push them up more and more. And it so impacted me what you said. And so would you mind, for the good of our listeners, to share a little bit about that story?
Right. What I think you're referring to is the workshop I did on what we call epigenetics.
Yes.
It's how trauma can be passed down from one generation to the next. And it's a fairly new science that's popped up in the last couple of decades. Well, actually, it really did back in 1940, and like a lot of things in science, no one paid any attention to him at the time. He was way before his time. And so, but the last couple of decades, it's really been up to the forefront of learning more and more about it. And what epigenetics is there's something in the environment that happens, right, that affects us internally and how we feel and how we react, right, that actually changes. Mutations are being made to our DNA that can be passed on from one generation to the next, up to 3 generations. So we're carrying the stress not only of what we experience in our own lives, but as far back as 3 generations.
Oh, wow.
And so what happens when a person experiences something that's very distressful or traumatic, we're taking in everything around us, everything that's happened around us, and all our senses are magnified. You've probably heard someone describe that's been in a terrible accident, maybe the sound of the wheels screeching, or with someone who's been sexually assaulted, the smell of the cologne that the person was wearing is just magnified, and that's what sticks in their brain because those senses are magnified. And when that happens, the brain is letting off the stress hormone, the cortisol. And when that becomes overactive, the brain a lot of times does not, after the trauma is over and everything calms down, it doesn't go back to that restorative state. The brain continues to let off more and more stress hormones. And the high level of those stress hormones in the body is what creates a gene mutation over time.
So you're talking that hormone continues even after the trauma has subsided.
Right. That happens in about 20% of the cases. And of course, when that happens, that's when people get diagnoses such as PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And it's because of those high levels of cortisol in the body. It's just like with diabetes or a thyroid disease. When you have too high of a level of sugar in your body, it's harmful, or if you have too low, right, and the thyroid. It's the same kind of concept. When you get too high of cortisol in the brain, it causes physiological changes. And then those physiological changes over time can create a gene mutation in the DNA sequence that can be passed from one generation to the next. So there's a lot of research out there.
So it's not just the mother's trauma, it's also the father's trauma.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And what they've done is they've done some studies. They did some studies with the World Trade Center. When the World Trade Center, when that catastrophe happened, of the survivors that were left, there were 38 women who were pregnant. And so they followed them, giving them extra services afterwards, to make sure that they were okay and their babies were okay. But then they tested their babies' saliva after being born. And the babies, even though they weren't born yet during the incident, from birth, had high levels of cortisol in their bodies already. So, and the way that they would react is they couldn't withstand stress as well as normal. Such as like a nurse would walk into the nursery, the lights would be down low, and they'd turn the lights on, and the baby would get startled, real distressed, and then couldn't self-calm. It would take a long time and it was happening to all the babies that were in vitro during that time.
Oh, wow.
So it's very interesting studies of how that can be passed on from one generation to the next.
I think there's something about that information that almost is freeing because it gives you an opportunity to understand it. I think, sometimes Kirk and I share examples of our own lives, and I can remember my grandmother, she grew up during the Depression. And every time I would go to her house, she didn't buy like Tupperwares. She would save every container of like everything. So like the butter container, or like, the turkey container. Yeah. And that was an outward manifestation, I think, of having gone through and survived that crisis, if you will. But we don't always see those internal manifestations. And, we do things the way we do them, and we don't always understand, why do I do this? Or why do I have this reaction? And sometimes I think that it's so easy to say, well, just because, I'm terrible, or just because of this, and you internalize almost that shame. And it's so freeing to say, okay, maybe it's not that I'm terrible. Maybe it's that I have this trauma that I don't quite understand. And how do I move from having this trauma kind of take power over me? How do I overcome that? So for those listeners who maybe they didn't experience the trauma, but like you're saying, it's in them in some way, Donna, what can they do?
Well, just recognizing that. But what happens so many times is, especially people say with a panic disorder, and they're having all these panic attacks after panic attack, and what they don't realize is that they're being triggered from something in the environment that they happen to be encountering at that time. And so learning how to recognize those triggers, a lot of times people who've had trauma get misdiagnosed with a panic disorder. They'll finally, go to the doctor and they'll say, okay, you have generalized anxiety disorder, and give them some medication. But that's not helpful because they're still encountering the triggers that they don't even realize they're encountering. Okay. Remember I said whenever you go through something distressful, the brain is taking in all the information around it. While we're sitting here right now in this small circle, the things all around us, the curtains, the different things, we're not really paying attention to because we're focusing in on this, but our brain remembers that and connects it with this experience. And so what happens, somebody will go, they're just out in the community, and maybe somebody with the same color shirt that had, during their traumatic experience, the other person was wearing, and that can be a trigger, but they didn't even realize that was what was triggering them. They just all of a sudden get this feeling like a cloud coming over them, and depression and anxiety hit them all at once, and they don't even understand why. So the first part is learning what your triggers are, paying attention, trying to keep a journal maybe of those times that it does happen, what's going on in your surrounding at the time when you're experiencing that depression or that panic or that anxiety, so that you can kind of pinpoint what it is that may be triggering you. Is something in the environment that you're encountering that was in the environment during the time of the trauma that's similar?
So being aware of your surroundings a little bit, writing it down when you're having these experiences. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Tracking it.
That's interesting.
And then once somebody, so let's say it is something like the color of her shirt, but you didn't experience it. It could be something from your mother or grandmother that triggers it.
There was another interesting, when I was researching epigenetics, there was another research that I found just totally fascinating that they did with mice. We use mice so many times. Poor mice. But it's kind of mean to the mice, so I apologize ahead of time for any mice lovers out there. But we learned a lot from it. And what they did is they put some mice, and this is when they were trying to determine, okay, mothers can pass it on. Can the fathers pass it on? So it was male mice that they were working with. And what they did is they, had them in their little cage, and they would periodically release a cherry blossom scent. And after they would release the scent, they'd shock them. And so, of course, the mice got to fear that scent and start to panic when they'd smell the scent being released, and they'd start running around the cage and just acting, they were in
frantic,
a panic. Yes, very frantic. And so, and they also tested their cells and their semen for the DNA to see. And then their children, after their children were born, because mice evidently can have children very quickly. They don't wait 9 months. It's a shorter period of time. So they were testing their children and then their grandchildren. And what happened is they would release the cherry scent. Now, they were never shocked, right?
They didn't have the experience.
They didn't have the experience. But when they would release the cherry scent, the same behaviors. They would go into a frenzy and was absolutely scared to death.
The grandchildren?
The grandchildren and the great-grandchildren of the mice.
Wow.
So that fear of the scent passed down, and their cells had the gene mutation.
Fascinating.
Isn't that fascinating? I thought it was very fascinating. So we can learn a lot, and we are learning a lot from research. It is getting better. And that's these studies of epigenetics is the reason now you hear so much about genetic testing. Because what they're trying to do, there's a lot of research right now with diabetes and with cancer where they're trying to find these biomarkers ahead of time in individuals with genetic testing. So the ones that are predisposed to that, give them treatment quickly before it becomes a problem. So being proactive instead of reactive.
So once it's identified, you can start to mitigate future episodes.
Right. And we can do the same thing in mental health. Instead of we have so many good programs out there, but a lot of them are reactive. After, they become involved in these programs, different types of programs that we have because of problems that are already existing now. They're already in crisis when they come to us. But if we can start identifying these people that may be predisposed to anxiety, depression, those kinds of things, and intervene beforehand and give them the help that they need, preventive, of what to do to take care of self-care.
So if somebody let's say one of our listeners is hearing this and going, well, maybe there was something in my family's history. Mm-hmm. Would you recommend communicating with parents, communicating with grandparents about what may have happened in their lives?
Right. You know, especially our parents and grandparents came from a generation where you didn't really talk about things that, you know, but yes, I would suggest, you know, talk to them, ask them questions, not just about what were all the fun times that you had to go, you know, what were some of your struggles? You know, what did you struggle with? You know, what did you do to get through it? You know, those kinds of things, having those kinds of conversations, especially now the holidays are coming up, you know, and a lot of them would just be glad to be able to talk and not have it hidden anymore.
Tell their story. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Well, and the population of, you know, listeners that we hear from a lot are college-age students, and during that college age, it's this weird phenomenon where you start to see your parents as people, right? Mm-hmm. So they are always your parents, of course, but because you're developing that autonomy, you know, you're an adult, kind of. I remember the first time I saw my mom, and I saw her as a person, you know, separate from my mom. And there's a sense of compassion, I think, that hits you sometimes, because sometimes we don't always see our parents as people. We don't see them as people who are humans and have their own needs and feelings and struggles. And tribulations. Right. And I think this young adult season where you're starting to step into your own, and that grace of saying, well, my mom did the best that she could with what she had. Right. Mm-hmm. And looking at her as a human with needs and with hurts and with feelings, and being at a place where you can have that conversation. I think you're right. I think it's going to be incredibly uncomfortable, but also maybe
build
freeing.
Resilience too, because you know, to say, wow, my parents went through all of this, but yet they persevered, and they, you know, and it can give you hope and
exactly.
To strengthen that sense of, I don't know, grace. And just you see them through a different lens of, you really tried. And unfortunately, there are going to be some family dynamics where maybe that isn't true. Maybe the person didn't try. There's a lot of brokenness in families. And that said, I think for a lot of us, for the most part, we do the best we can with what we have. We really try. I know that I'm not the perfect parent. My mom wasn't either. But looking back, there's a sense of compassion and grace that I have. Like, man, you tried. You really did. And I think that, like what I said before, of trying to be that person to where my ceiling is my child's, you know, threshold, part of that is taking care of yourself and learning how to, I loved what you said before of, you know, going through hard things and finding out, well, how do I process my trauma? How do I learn how to heal? Because at a certain point, it becomes your responsibility to do the work. And so when you are in that place where you're ready to do the work, Donna, how do you treat trauma? What are the types of therapies that you would do?
Well, one of the ones that, you know, that I tend to love is the eye movement desensitization reprocessing, EMDR. It replicates, you know, during our sleep, we do that REM sleep where the eyes are, you know, going back and forth. And that's the way our bodies are made. That's the way our bodies are designed to reduce the stress of the day, right? And, of course, if somebody doesn't have enough REM sleep, you know, you've learned that in Psychology 101, we talk about that REM sleep and the importance. And if you don't get enough of the REM sleep, then you have some emotional and psychological problems, right? And so what EMDR basically is replicating that in a wake state. So the therapist has them bring up the distressing memories. They do those bilateral stimulations, whether it's with the eyes or with its tapping with their hands on their biceps or shoulders, or using little tappers that they hold in their hands. One way where you're stimulating right side, left side, right side, left side of the body, that tends to have a calming effect. And it just resets the brain so that you tend to have a different perspective. As you go along, the negative thought, everything that happens to us in life, we have a belief about it, right? Whether it's positive or negative. We develop a belief about what happened to us. And so, so many times we're our worst enemies. You know, we really are. Right. And we hold on to things. And we tend to hold on to those negative beliefs as we go. And things that happen to us in life, either confirm or deny those beliefs. And so many times what happens, because we're so negative toward ourselves, we're our own worst enemy, when these things happen, it just confirms to us, it validates those negative thoughts. And so you work on those negative thoughts to help move toward, the brain wants to heal. The brain will heal itself and will tend to move toward the positive if you allow it to do so and don't block it. And so what you're doing with replicating that REM is you're helping the brain focus on the positive and move toward the positive. And so you don't forget what happened to you, but you have a different perspective, and it doesn't feel like it's happening all over again. And it takes away that emotional charge, that negative
emotion. It doesn't re-traumatize.
Right. So there's that. There's ART, A-R-T, accelerated resolution therapy. A lot of people, which is very similar to the EMDR. But any of these therapies that are specifically designed to work with individuals who've undergone trauma is something I would, recommend for anybody that's struggling with that and just having a hard time sleeping at night because their brain is just going over and over and over, ruminating over and over and over. We tend to do that to ourselves.
So we did an episode where we talked about going into therapy or what are the first steps. And one of the things we mentioned in that podcast was, ask about the therapist's theoretical background, what area of strength they are. EMDR is actually an additional training somebody can get and the certification to actually practice that with individuals. There's a nice little structure to it and all of this. Because I know you trained me, and I appreciate that. Because I was very skeptical of EMDR in the beginnings. When that first came out, there wasn't a lot of heavy science behind it, and then it slowly, because you're watching this whole process, and it's like, that's just voodoo, right? And but then the science started building on it, and the research. So it's really good evidence-based practices.
Well, it's science-based.
Yes.
And I think that's, and you're tapping into the brain's natural healing process and how the brain processes information. And I think that's why it's so effective, is because the brain is already designed that way, right? And you're just tapping into how the brain processes information and guiding that whole process.
And it happens quickly.
It does.
And I think that's what the healthcare industry is really like, this happens quick. They like that. But again, like you said, it's based in science, so it's not just, you need to cut it back and figure it out. It's this is how this works. And it's a good partnership with the therapist and the client in regard to that, because the client will really tell you, hey, it's working, no, it's not. So.
Well, and Donna, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that I read somewhere that with the EMDR, it can also be used to treat migraines or chronic pain even, right?
Right. It not just traumatic events. Well, migraines are traumatic in and of itself. But yes, like I said, everything in life, whether it's positive or negative or very traumatic or just annoying, right? We develop beliefs about it. And so that's why just about anything can be treated. It's been used to help athletes improve their performance. It's so you can use it both ways, for improving your performance as well as getting rid of negative beliefs. You can,
build on the positive.
Build on the positive. So, which makes it a very effective tool to have in your toolbox if you're a therapist.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Donna, we really appreciate you coming and joining us and sharing a little bit. Because we could talk all day about some of this stuff,
Yes, we could.
And the work that you've done some research with and worked with. And it's very much appreciated that you're here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.